I'm delighted to be speaking to Paul Morgan today. He's the Head of Learning and Development for Telefonica O2. First question, Paul. What's your biggest challenge, you think?
I think the biggest challenge at the moment is twofold. Firstly, it's about keeping pace with technology and ensuring that we continue to innovate in the digital age as we are a digital company. Then secondly, it's around really motivating our staff and our employees to take control of their own development through those digital experiences.
Yeah. So in some ways, you're mimicking what's happening in the world out there with people's phones. They're taking charge, they're working it out themselves. Are you saying that what's got to happen inside is that people have got to take charge, work it out themselves?
Yes, because I think there's a big movement in terms of moving away from what was known as traditional L&D, in terms of where they pulled or they were pushed information or pushed courses or pushed support to really start taking control and understanding where the resources are and understanding in terms of what's available to them, in the same way that when you're at home you'll use YouTube to fix your washing machine. I'm not sure why in this day and age people get to work and they really struggle to do the same in a work environment. So our job, our mission, our plan is to really give people that level of independence and available resources, so it's an automatic at work as it is at home.
So what you're saying is that the first shift is from push to pull, and the second thing is get out of the way. Don't put L&D people between staff and learning. Yes,
I think L&D has a role to play, and the role is about solving business problems. There are a number of other aspects about people need support from a day-to-day point of view within their job. We need to understand what our role is, and our role is to support business problems and actually really use our resources effectively to really drive that impact in the business. We also have a role to support everyone from a personal and a professional point of view, so we need to stop creating, start curating and actually using the resources available in the market to support the person. So we are offering all solutions, but we shouldn't be using our people to offer it all. We should be partnering with other companies and other people that are specialists in this market to really offer the full gambit of offerings to our staff.
So if you're not doing it all yourself, who are your big partners?
So the big partners we have, and making that kind of that digital shift, is Linda. So we partnered with Linda 2 years ago to really start understanding the appetite for video, high quality video in O2, and really moving from supporting our staff from a professional point of view and also from a personal point of view, because those two worlds are combining and colliding, and no longer can you think, well, actually, I'll only look after the person when they come to work. I need to look after them when they come home. So it was really about introducing a new colleague to that person and saying, if you need support at any time, any place, it doesn't matter whether it's at home, it doesn't matter whether it's at work, it doesn't matter whether it's a particular passion you've got, we will support you whatever you want to do. And actually, as we know, a number of people know what they're not very good at, and sometimes they're not very good at articulating that, or they feel uncomfortable. So it's our role to really offer them a wide range of kind of services, and Linda has provided that. That has given us the real platform to realise that there is an appetite. So when we launched Linda, 55% of people are using it on a regular basis out of 5,000 users, and last month alone we had about 90,000 hours worth of video. So we know that in terms of people are using it, and it's a good medium. That has then given us the platform to then work with partners like Pluralsight. So in terms of how do we support our technical people and certify and support our technical people on the same basis, because we know that the traditional methods aren't good enough to give us the scale, at point in time, the reference material to really support our staff, not only on the job, but also in terms of their career.
Yeah. If you take something like IT, software, the idea that you are deciding what a programmer should be doing is ridiculous. It's much better to say, I suppose that's basically what you are saying, is here's Pluralsight, work it out yourself.
Correct.
Your team, work out what you need.
Correct, and I think L&D in the past has tried to come up with solutions when they don't know what the problem is.
Yeah.
We're not there to do that. We're there to give people solutions to what the problem is, and they determine as the users whether that solution is valid or not. We have to move away from people that are not technical experts and not in a particular area to decide the future of what a developer has. We need to give them a number of solutions, they pick it, we then get backing, we then put the business case together, and then we roll it out to our employees.
Is that noticed in the business? Do people say, you know, we've got much sharper coders, we're doing much better job generally?
It's the shift from a cultural aspect is being recognised, that no longer can we push things and no longer can we use old traditional methods. We are a digital business trying to be digital, and in certain areas people don't want to be digital. They want to go off site, they want to have the 5 days training, they want to do that, but that's not achievable anymore. And our big mission in operations alone is to prove to them that we can have really good deep technical resources. So on the networking side we use a company called Empirical. On the IT side we're going to use Pluralsight and really prove to them that actually there will be something in there for you, and if there isn't and it's a specific need, then that's where we can actually support the real business problem that's actually going to drive some real benefit.
So you focus your real energies on the stuff that no one else can do for you.
Correct.
Anything that someone else can do, let them do it, basically.
Correct.
So if people are listening to this and they're going, I get that, I really understand, that's what I need to do, what would you advise them to do? Start. Where would you start if you're where you were when you began?
So for me it's starting with the basics. People get very confused. I have a saying that we overcomplicate the complicated. We're already in a very complex market with lots of solutions. The view is, what do you want your L&D department to be? What does your executive team want your L&D department to be? What are the expectations? Define those first, to then work out how with the resources you've got and the budget you've got to support that. And out of that, then start with the basics, start bringing process in, start understanding what good looks like, understanding what roles you want, what skills you want. Is it aptitude? Is it attitude? Is it flexibility? Do you want to work in a matrix environment? Do you want to work in a single environment? What are you there to do? And that's where I'd start. And you know, I've spoken to many people over the last 18 months, 2 years as I've been on this journey, and everyone wants to get into new technology. Everyone wants to do new things. Don't do new things when you haven't got the basics in place, because you've got to drive that business value. You've got to create the right environment for your people. You've got to invest in your L&D people. You've got to inspire and motivate them, because it's a tough market. It's a tough world. We've got tough stakeholders. So for me, start with the basics. Look at your team, look at your structure, look at the capability you want, and then be clear on the business, what you're here to do, and build. Success breeds success. Every day is a new day, and do it slowly, and over time that will build. Don't try and do anything big. Don't try and do anything bold. Don't launch things cross-company. It doesn't work. We found out that doing things and innovating directorate by directorate, doing things for the people, will make a massive difference. The L&D department of old has to go, and we have to be more business facing, and we have to also align ourselves and success to business metrics. Forget ROI, forget ROE, forget them. They're pointless. Look at indicators. Are you doing a good job? But the fundamental reason you're there is to drive business performance. The fundamental reason we're here is to solve business problems. Are you? Yes or no. If you're not, then you can do something else. But don't make the complicated even more complicated, because you just won't succeed.
This is a great journey. Music to my ears. Good to talk to you.
Thank you.
Paul Morgan, thank you very much.
Pleasure.